watched a movie and said, why did it have to end like that? Like that movie Message in a Bottle. I saw that on Valentine's Day with my husband, and we were so depressed when it ended. I said, I'm going to write my own ending. This one stinks. Well, have you ever heard that phrase? When you write the story of your life, don't let anyone else hold the pen. By the way, I'm Terri Savelle, your cheerleader of dreams. I want to help you write your story for 2021 and plan your best year ever. You know, some people ask, why set goals? Well, it's the first step towards success. You know, goals are simply dreams with deadlines. And people without goals are just drifting through life with no direction. And that used to be me. Well, what I'm going to share with you today will cause you to come to the end of this year excited, grateful, proud, and feeling accomplished. Oh, and stay until the end because I'm going to share a bonus tip that I started doing last year, and it helped me and my team to not get discouraged but stay focused all year long. You're going to love it. Now, in fact, before I get into this real quick, would you do me a favor? Would you please subscribe to our channel? It only takes 1 second to push that little arrow below, but what it does is it speaks volumes to YouTube. It lets them know that people really do want to hear Christian motivation. You know, everything I teach comes from God's success book. And I want YouTube to know that there is a demand for it. So if you would do that for me, subscribe by pushing the arrow, I would appreciate that so much. And I want to give back to you for doing that for me. You know, this is something new that I had never done before until this year. And this was an idea that came about in prayer. I was just praying one morning and, you know, just thinking about my message, how it's to teach people to dream and how to achieve their life goals. And I was just thinking, how can I reach more people than ever before with vision? I mean, 2020 messed up a lot of people's visions and goals, but I believe in 2021, God is going to accelerate things for those who have a clear vision. So in prayer, I thought, well, the best way I've learned how to really teach you to discover your vision and achieve your dreams is through my courses. But many people can't afford the courses that are anywhere from $97 to $397. So I thought, what's a number that everyone could afford? And the number 8 just came to me. And I thought the number 8 means new beginnings. So that's it. So I told my team the next day, I said, I want our online vision board course that people buy every day for $97. I said, I want us to give it away for $8 to anyone and everyone who is ready for 2021 to be your year of achieving your dreams. And my team wasn't the least bit shocked. They responded with, I love it. Let's do it. So if you feel God is speaking to you that it's time for your new beginning, then don't miss this limited time offer where I'm practically giving away my best teaching on how to make your vision board, how to set goals for this year from A to Z for only $8. Oh, and you're going to get with this 6 video teachings, my ebook, Dream It, Pen It, Live It, along with the e-workbook for only $8. So how does that sound? Now for me, this is about obeying God, and that's why I'm doing it. So all you need to do to get this, today and get started on your vision board is click the link in the description and you are on your way to the best year ever. So just click that link and get your course for $8. Okay, are you ready? Now I always start out the year by asking myself this question at the start of every new year. How would you like your life to end on December 31st, 2021? Like, what would make you feel the most proud, excited, confident, pleased that you achieved it? Let me ask you this. Do you ever give yourself any quiet time to just think? Henry Ford said thinking is the hardest work there is, which is probably the reason so few engage in it. So sit quietly and answer number 1. Number 1. Set your top 10 goals for this year. Now, why set 7 to 10 goals for the year? 7 to 10. Research supports staying between 7 and 10. And one of the top ways that people lose focus is by having too many goals to focus on. You've heard that phrase, man who chases 2 rabbits catches neither, right? Or if you aim at too many targets, you miss all of them. So stay between 7 to 10 goals for this year. Point number 2, write them down in the present tense. They say that only 3% of adults have written goals. Well, did you know that the very act of writing them down gives you a 42% greater probability of achieving your goals? Just writing them down. Now, write them in the present tense as if your goal has already been achieved. Like say, I easily save $10,000. See, your subconscious mind only understands the present tense. Number 3, be very specific. You may say, I'd really like to read more books this year. Well, see, your brain, your subconscious mind doesn't know how to define more. So you have to get specific. You have to say things like, I'm enjoying reading 12 new books by December 31st. Now, you can track it each month to see if you're on target, right? And remember, vague goals produce vague results. So set a number to your goals. Number 4, establish deadlines. Deadlines are motivating. They create this sense of urgency. They say the best way to get your house cleaned up, invite company. Why? Because there's a deadline. So always assign a deadline to each of your goals. And don't make every deadline December 31st, because that just promotes procrastination to the very end of the year. Number 5, stretch yourself out of your comfort zone. See, if all of your goals are in the comfort zone, it doesn't motivate you. If it doesn't require you to think creatively, to pray a little harder, to put a demand on your faith, then it's not going to motivate you. So ask yourself this question: what's the coolest thing that could happen this year? See, it's exciting to set a goal so big that you can't achieve it until you grow into the person who can. Lisa Nichols says, if your goals don't make your knees knock and your teeth chatter, you're not dreaming big enough. And yes, you're going to feel a little doubt, fear, awkward, anxious, but it just means that you're being stretched. It means you're going to grow. You're going to have to grow to achieve these goals, right? In fact, my discomfort zone goal last year was to pay off our land. And it looked utterly impossible to do that, considering our land cost more than our last house. But you know what? It stretched me. It caused me to pray harder. It caused me to give more, to be creative, and to trust God. And you know what? By September 2nd, we paid off our land. That impossible looking goal was achieved. So what do you need to set for yourself that really stretches you? Is it a weight loss goal? Is it paying off a big chunk of debt that you've carried over year after year, but now you're fed up with it? Is it a savings goal? Maybe you look at your age and you think, come on, get with it, right? Set at least one big goal that stretches you and it causes you to pray harder. Let me just tell you, God responds to great faith. Number 6, make your goals visible and declare them all year long. This was discovered as one of the biggest reasons that goals aren't achieved is because we stick them in a drawer, we put them on the computer, but we never go back to look at them. We leave them in a file cabinet or a 3-ring binder that we never refer to. And I used to do that. Well, now we have a giant vision board in the hallway with all of our goals for the entire team to see consistently. We get them out at our team meetings and we read them out loud one by one. But this way, you're not surprised when December rolls around and you suddenly discover you didn't reach your goals. No, you've been reciting them, you've been tracking them all year long, which brings me to my final point. Number 7, track your progress. It's vitally important that you see where you are month to month in terms of your annual goals. And this allows you to make some course corrections or change behaviors, research new ideas to boost your progress and eliminate things that aren't working. And let me give you a bonus tip that I just started doing last year. Set 3 milestone goals for your priorities. Remember, a goal must be broken down into thin slices. You've heard that phrase, how do you eat an elephant? Well, personally, I don't, but the answer is one bite at a time, right? Well, many times we set these big lofty goals and then immediately we're just stressed out. Well, your goal's supposed to stretch you, not stress you, right? So that just means you need to break it down into more bite-sized pieces. Always set milestone goals on the way to your big goals and celebrate them. So this lets you know you're on the right path, you're going in the right direction. Let me just give you an example real quick. When someone gives me directions, even though I use a GPS, I like to know, they'll say things like, Terri, you're going to see North Park Mall on your right, and then you should pass a Sprinkles Cupcakes, which I normally don't pass it. I got to stop, but that's not my point. And then you'll see like a big car dealership on the left. When you hear those things, those are little milestones that let you know you're headed the right way. Well, see, it's the same with your goals. Let's say you set a goal to see 1,000 subscribers to your YouTube channel. Well, that number can look so overwhelming, especially if you have 135 subscribers. So what you would do is set 3 major milestones on the way to that big goal. So I would suggest, 300. Because if you reach 300 subscribers, that means you more than doubled. Celebrate, make a big deal about it. Then aim for 500. Celebrate that major win. Then keep striving for 750. So what happens is you focus more on the milestones, which don't stress you out, but it keeps you motivated to go for the big goal. Does that make sense? So I hope this helped you today. I dive into this so much more in detail in the Vision Board course, which I'm offering for a limited time to our subscribers for only $8. Now this course sells every day for $97, but I want you to get clarity like never before and come to the end of this year saying, wow, what should have taken me 5 years, God did it in 1 year. Why? Because you have vision, right? So subscribe to our channel and then click the link in the description to get your $8 Vision Board course today. And don't forget, I'm cheering you on to live your dreams. Hey YouTube, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and to get more inspirational content, click one of these videos right here. And remember, I'm cheering you on to live your dreams.